So, thanks to the magic of AI algorithms, I found a good copy of the 21 syllable Shenrab Chama chant, um, which was recorded with a nice tune. And I had watched an instructional video about that earlier today. And then I found the recording of the chant with it written out, and so I wrote it down in my notebook and decided I'll do that. It's supposed to be a daily practice where you visualize the goddess of compassion of Bon. She's yellow, and she has a vase in one hand with which she's pouring nectar through your skull and purifying your body like Vajrasattva, but we do Shama. And then she's got a mirror on the lotus in the other hand. And I think I used the wrong hands. I think it's the right hand and the left hand is which one she's holding the lotus with. So I wrote that down to do it as a daily evening ritual. I need to do some more accumulations and meditation. I forgot to do the dedication of merit afterwards. My guru said that dedicating the merit was really important, that you can only store so much in your karmic store, which I was reading about in Tenzin Wangyal's book on dream yoga, and that I'm working on learning the regular vocabulary, but I would have to explain it anyway, so I might as well, eventually I hope I do, but getting the concepts is very important. So this was a concept that I had already encountered. Eventually getting the vocabulary for it would be good. That you have a karmic store that stays close by to you, that you can only influence so much with your accumulations. I was also doing the Oma Hum, because Longchenpa was Nyima Oshur, who is listed in the Bon lineage. So, and I noticed some of the other names from when I was reading the Rime books. Of course, Jamyang Kensei Wengpo, or Jamgon Control, would definitely want to point that stuff out. So I read a lot of Longchenpa. My guru considered himself to be a reincarnation of Longchenpa. And we are, and many other people regarded him as such as well. Anyway, doing the dedication of merit, dedicating them. I was having the thought about that today as I was doing Oma Hung accumulations and dedicated the merit afterwards. That it goes out there and it causes enlightenment in other people around me, or people where it's needed, and then my environment becomes a better space. And I was also thinking mischievously that people would need to cause, if they don't like that, they'd have to use their effort to try to prevent that. But I'm dealing with a lot of people doing prayers and incantations against me that I didn't approve of. And I've got Jimbala over there. He's also Kubera. I am in the process. When I did the Chama, I put my 21 Tera next to Amitabha. So I have Kuan Yin, Amitabha, and Shittigarbha. But the female voice that I've been hearing out here that sounds a little like Janice but not quite became Shenram Sharma. And so she's been hanging around this whole time. And the Terras then became activated and everything. So that's where these things allied, where these things coincide. The Buddhists try to be harsh with people as a form of compassion. A lot of the times, give up your attachments and stuff like that. One of the things that we do in Bonn, see, my grandfather practiced Bonn. It was practiced here locally, and drugs were not part of it other than alcohol and possibly some hemp or marijuana. There were occasional things that people might do for healing purposes, that psychedelics can fix trauma and depression, and that there are plenty of things around here that would have that effect, but that they weren't used recreationally, unless somebody had prolonged extreme traumas, in which case they might go through a phase like I did. It's people's course of medical treatment varies. But I think they probably had similar things in Tibet. I can't imagine that they don't, and there's no place on earth where there's not something that would do that. But what's the difference if you can generate that state externally to someone? They don't know how to do it for themselves, but you do it for them for a period of time. But there are, I was going to say that we manipulate karma. We don't try to stand out, go too far ahead. It can be dangerous, but the idea that no matter what you've done, you can get there from here, that's true up to a point. There's a point at which you would be really hard pressed. You'd have to be able to shoot down your own arrows in flight, and that's really difficult to do. And even then, it's not really a good idea to depend on that. There are things that we have noticed that people of a certain nature have never had to do in the whole, in theory, anything might be necessary conversation.